Hey, are we live? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Testing, testing, mic check. Let me make sure that we're on. Okay. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is April with Astrologer.com. I'm here to tell you about Valentine's Day, the astrology of that day, what the energy is going to be like that day for everybody and also for every sign. And first, I wanted to let you guys know about a special that I have going on right now, particularly for the month of February, in honor of Valentine's Day. I have a special of if you order a relationship reading with me, then you get a free follow-up question. So go to my readers page on astrologer.com, and at the bottom it'll tell you about all my services that I offer, and it'll be right there. So it's only for the month of February, only through the beginning of March, that this is offered in honor of the Day of Love. So Valentine's Day and astrology. I'm not gonna go through like Valentine's Day, the history of it or anything like that. But for those who don't know, I don't know who wouldn't, but Valentine's Day is February 14th. A lot of people, they celebrate love. A lot of people, they celebrate love through hanging out with someone as a couple. Some people, they just hang out with family. They hang out with their dog. They hang out with some friends. Some people feel lonely on Valentine's Day, but really honestly, it's just one day per year. You can really celebrate love any day of the year, in my opinion. But people like to make a big deal about Valentine's Day, and it is a romantic day, so that's why I'm here to talk about it. As far as it being, as far as the astrology that has to do with Valentine's Day, and why am I talking about Valentine's Day if I'm not really, if I'm someone who believes that you can celebrate love any day? Well, I love talking about love. For those who are a little bit more advanced in astrology, the 5th house of romance and the 7th house of relationships, all of my personal planets are in those houses in my chart. So romance and love are like my thing. Like, I love to talk about love. So what a better time than Valentine's Day? So what is going on in the sky Valentine's Day? Well, I'm not going to go through the whole entire forecast, every single planet, because that'll take forever and it'll be boring. And I'm not boring like that. So we're just going to talk about the main points that will tell you about the energy as far as love and relationships, how you're going to be feeling that day. As far as all of us as a collective, I'm only going to touch on Venus and Mars and the moon, because Venus represents love. It represents like good feelings. It represents 5 senses. It represents what we enjoy as a human and the human experience physically, what we like to taste, touch, smell, hear, all that stuff. It's our interests that we have. So that's Venus. For a man or someone who's more masculine, Venus represents the type of feminine energy that you prefer to be around. The feminine energy that that really gets your heart beating. And for a woman, it's usually, or a more feminine person, because I don't discriminate against anyone who classifies themselves with some sort of other gender category. I know those people exist. So if you are more feminine, Venus is how you express your femininity. It's how you express yourself when you are in love. And Mars, for a man or a more masculine person, that's how you express your masculinity. It's also just for us humans in general, how we express our action, our drive, our passion, all that stuff. It's our drive, pretty much. And when those two come together, Venus and Mars, the feminine and the masculine, it's pretty explosive. It's pretty passionate. There's lots of things that can happen. Just use your imagination. But it's just male and female coming together. So on Valentine's Day, Venus and Mars are both going to be together in the sign of Aries. So the sign of Aries is it's super driven and passionate within itself. It's all about action. It's the color that rules Aries is red. So that's very appropriate for Valentine's Day. Aries rules, Mars rules Aries, Mars rules the blood. And I mean, the blood gets pumping in us as human beings, and that's how we, you know, really feel alive. So Venus and Mars together in Aries on Valentine's Day is really feeling alive, feeling good, feeling passionate, feeling like going after many things in life, but we're just focusing on love. So a lot of people are just really going after whatever it is that they love and the people that they are interested in right now. So you may have noticed some people being a little more aggressive, like if you are single or even if you're not and you're on social media, people are hitting on you, showing up, sliding in your DMs, trying to be slick and sly and everything, and just being a little bit more bold instead of just like being more subtle, like, oh, hey, I like you, think you're cute and stuff. You know, it's more like, yo, what's up, girl? When we gonna get this thing popping? You know, look at me, look at my muscles, you know, or even women can be, because this is masculine and feminine together, women can be a little bit more out there and aggressive with hitting on men, you know, and sliding in their DMs or what have you on social media, commenting on their stuff, you know. I have seen that happening already. So it's totally true. So yes, that's what's going to be going on Valentine's Day. It's a really passionate day. Your heart will be racing. Your blood will be pumping. You'll feel so alive. What else is going on? The moon is going to be in Libra. So why is the moon important? Well, the moon rules our emotions. It rules our comfort zone, the environment that we feel comfortable in. So with it being in Libra, Libra is a sign of partnership and relationships. So it's absolutely perfect for Valentine's Day. So the moon is going to be opposing Venus and Mars, which can be a little bit of a tense energy. But when it comes to like sexuality, you know, naughty stuff, the tension can kind of be good sometimes. You know, it can present a challenge, and Aries energy loves a challenge. So, you know, usually oppositions is like, ooh, that's kind of bad. But in my opinion, this opposition, this tension, it can just create more passion, you know, some more passion in the air. So the moon is going to meet with Jupiter later on in the evening on Valentine's Day, depending upon what part of the world you live in. But, you know, more towards the evening is from what I saw when I looked at the sky. Well, we looked at what's going on, all the astrological nerdy math. The moon is going to meet with Jupiter. And Jupiter is a planet of feeling so abundant and like you're on top of the world and you can do anything, you can achieve anything, you can have anything you want, like that T.I. song, you can have whatever you like. That is Jupiter's energy right there. So if the moon, which is your emotions, comes in contact with Jupiter, which is having whatever you want, going after whatever you want, fearlessly, that's how a lot of people may be feeling. That's going to be the energy that's in the air paired with the Venus and Mars and Aries passion. So it's going to be really exciting, really exciting. If you tap into that energy, you know, if you're aware of it, you tap into it, you can, you know, absorb all of that and exude it out there and get whatever you want. You know what I mean? So how is it going to affect all the signs? How are these planetary transits, this activity going to affect all the signs? I will go through the signs one by one and let you guys know how you're going to be feeling, how you may be expressing yourselves, if you're dating or on a date or whatever. That's what this is mainly aimed at. I am aware that there's some single people out there that are not really going to be doing much on Valentine's Day. My message for you guys before I dive into the stuff for the lovers out there is don't forget that you are still a special person. You still have special people in your life. You don't need another person to complete you. You don't need to look around at all the people with their flowers and their candy and all that stuff and feel so sad. Oh, I don't have anyone. Oh, it's just me and I'm ugly. No. Okay. You are still a special person. Hang out with someone, hang out with family, hang out with, if you have children, exchange Valentines with your kids. If you have a pet, chill with your pet, or you know what, just block all that Valentine's wishy stuff out altogether and just remember it's just another day. And like I said in the beginning, people can express love for one another any day of the freaking year. So it's not a big deal if you don't have something going on. You don't have a boo thing. You don't have a lover on Valentine's Day. You know, don't stress about it. You know, you're still a good person. You still have worth. Okay, so that's that. Now, for the lovers out there, the people that are actually dating, looking to date, going on a hot date on Valentine's Day, I'll go through all the signs and let you know what the energy is going to be like specifically for you according to your chart. If you don't know what your chart looks like as far as the houses, you don't know your rising sign or your moon sign or anything like that, you can go to astrologer.com where there is a birth chart calculator, and you can find out all that information, because it is best to look at the rising sign and also your moon sign as well as your sun sign, aka your birthday. But with all that being said, let's get it started. So Aries is going to be one of the most luckiest in love signs on Valentine's Day. Okay, don't hate on Aries, all the other signs, okay, because they have Venus and Mars in their sign. What that means is they are wearing and exuding the energy of Venus and Mars. So they're not only wearing like the nice cut, buff god of war and masculinity, but they're also wearing like the beautiful Venusian sparkly, you know, crown and gown of beautiful feminine Venus all together. Okay, so that means that Aries are feeling super attractive and they are attracting a lot of people to them. And also the moon and Jupiter conjunction is happening in Aries 7th house, which is your opposite sign, which means relationships. So that means when you're out, Aries, or when you're trying to, you know, go on a date or find a date or whatever on Valentine's Day, you guys are really going to be like, try not to be like too aggressive and be like a, you know, booty hound or anything like that, like really like chasing after anybody too aggressively. But you know, you guys are really going to be excited about love and excited about going on a date if you are, and just really feeling on top of the world. You know, you're going to probably feel like spending, actually everybody with the moon and Jupiter may feel a little bit more like spending money, more money than usual. So I would say, I mean, I'm a Taurus, my sun sign is Taurus, and I'm all about saving money. So I say be mindful of your spending all the time. But if you don't have to be mindful of your spending, guys, this is really a day with moon and Jupiter where you're going to feel so abundant that you're going to want to cha-ching, 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 toss it in the air, catch it, throw it in the air again. So just a fair warning about the money. But back to Aries, sorry, I digress. You guys are really going to feel abundant and really feel like spending money on your partner for the sake of like comfort and feeling comfortable and secure. And it's really going to be an explosive day for Aries as far as love. So, you know, just dress up, look your best. You guys are really radiating so much passionate energy out there naturally. So you may not even have to try, Aries. You may just be having them flock to you. So whew, good luck with that, guys. So next up is Taurus. For Taurus, Venus and Mars are in our 12th house. So the 12th house is the sign before us. That means it's more of a private area, okay? And then the moon and Jupiter conjunction is in our 6th house. So although the 12th and the 6th house aren't looked at as like being very romantic, I can tell you the ways that it can be romantic for you guys. So the 12th house is all about escapism. It's all about fantasy. So use your imagination there, Taurus. You guys may feel like escaping reality with someone and just diving into that person, to have them dive into your world and just be like submerged, like pretend like you guys are like submerged underwater together and there's nobody else but you guys. So this may make Tauruses feel more like reclusive when it comes to hanging out with somebody on Valentine's Day. So maybe like staying in on a Netflix and chill night or something like that, watching movies, bringing some good takeout home, you know, or maybe even like cooking at home. Tauruses love rich food, all about the food, all about the grub, who Tauruses are. So just being a little bit more private with a partner. Some Tauruses may actually have like somebody on the down low, because the 12th house is a keep it on the down low, like R. Kelly type of energy. So I see you guys. Don't be naughty. So yeah, some of you guys may have some secret lovers going on. But I'm not judging or anything here. But yeah, it may be just a more private time for Tauruses to celebrate Valentine's Day with someone. And also with the moon and Jupiter in the sixth house. The sixth house, normally we say, oh, it's the house of work. It's, you know, your work environment. But when we're talking about love here, this is the house of service. As is the 12th. The 12th is like selflessness, giving yourself away, dissolving the boundaries between you and another person. And just, that's why I said submerge together your worlds and your energy and, you know, just go underwater together. But the sixth house is also service, but it's kind of like catering to somebody. It's kind of like, it's like really, yeah, being of service to them. Like, what can I do for you? You know, I'll do anything for you. Do you need a back massage? You need a foot rub? You need, you know, you need me to serve you a plate? Like, I'll do anything. I'll do all that stuff for you. So you really feel like being of service to your partner, my Tauruses. So enjoy that energy, guys. For Gemini, Venus and Mars conjunction is happening in your 11th house. This is a house of groups of, like, big groups of people and your friends. So some Geminis may feel like going out on Valentine's Day with a group of friends, or like double dating or something like that, not just being completely alone. Gemini is already a very social sign, social butterfly sign. So just make sure that if you are going on a date, you're partnered up with somebody Gemini, that they understand that they are like okay with, they're down with you guys not being alone. If this is how you're feeling, like, let's go on a group date, you know, make sure that they're not, if they're like a water sign or an earth sign dominant person, they may be like, are you crazy? Like, no, I want your one-on-one attention. So just, you know, check with your partner on that. But you may just really feel like getting out there and like actually maybe meeting up with some friends for a little bit and then escaping off into, you know, alone time with your partner. But yeah, just being in a social setting, you guys will really feel like that and enjoy that. Also, since this is the house of groups of friends, if you are a single Gemini and you are looking for love, you know, Valentine's Day, you're like, where's my shawty at? Where's my boo at? where's the sexy thing at? You may feel like looking amongst a crowd of like a group of like-minded people that you're hanging out with. You may actually find love, a love interest within hanging out with the group. Like if you're a single Gemini, you don't really have somebody, but you go out with like on a friend date, like, oh, we're all single friends going out together, you know. You may find love doing that. So the moon and Jupiter conjunction is happening for Geminis in their 5th house. That is the house of romance. So you guys will really feel lucky and abundant in that department. You'll really feel super flirty. I could see my Geminis tomorrow being like super uberly flirty if you guys are single. If you do have a date, you need to watch yourself, all right, with the flirtation, because you guys are already natural flirts. I've seen how you guys operate. So you may feel like extra, like just like give my attention over here, over there, over here, over there, wink at that girl, give that girl a wink at the gun, haha, you know. But if you're on a date, just try to control that, keep that under control, because they may not appreciate that very much, especially if she's a Scorpio, you know. But yeah, you guys will feel very flirty, very romantic. So sounds like an enjoyable night for my Geminis. So for Cancer, the Venus and Mars in conjunction with one another, all the passion is happening in your 10th house. Normally we say, well, this is the house of career. This is career and bosses and social status and all that serious stuff. But this is also really feeling on top of the world, on top of your game, like really feeling like you want the best. Okay, that means you want the top restaurants, you want the top material things, you want to be in like the best vehicle driving around, you want the best out of the material world, because it's a similar energy to Capricorn, and Capricorn's all about hard work and bringing in all these material gains that are of high quality and high value because you work so hard. So that's how you guys are going to feel when you're celebrating Valentine's Day. So my Cancers, you may want to go to that like top restaurant, you know, like the really fancy schmancy ones, and really splurge and spend money on your date. Or you guys may feel like going shopping and buying like a name brand handbag, if you know, your significant other wants that, or a name brand watch or something like that. You guys will really want to splurge and go all out for your love interest. The Moon and Jupiter conjunction is happening in your 4th house, which is opposite, which is all about being at home and being comfortable, being in your own zone and being a little bit more secluded. It's the house that corresponds with Cancer, with your energy. So you guys will feel extra Cancer-y. If you don't feel like being at home, comfortable, you know, in your little shell with your significant other, you will just feel super like extra like Cancer-y, like nurturing towards them. Like you really just want to feed them and, you know, see them eating well and really be attentive towards them. So sounds like a very, very nice time for Cancers as well. So for Leo, Venus and Mars are going to be in your 9th house. So this is fellow fire sign energy. So you guys are already like on fire, like extra, like fire, like added to you, feeling fierce. You guys always feel fierce anyway, but this is extra fierceness. So the 9th house is all about, I mean, normally we'll be like, oh, it's all about education and travel. Okay, yeah. But when it comes to love and relationships, this is really feeling like so good about life. Like you're just going to be like, I'm free to just celebrate. And you may feel like going like out of town with your partner. You may feel like doing something that's a little more adventurous with your partner, like go on an adventurous date, maybe something that's a little more active, maybe something outdoors. Just really feeling like life is so grand and having like a really big smile on your face. I could see you guys totally doing that. So your partners will be very lucky. Whoever's going out with a Leo tomorrow is going to be feeling super lucky. You know, your energy is just going to be so, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to be so optimistic and happy-go-lucky, a little more than usual. So it really sounds like a good time. You're going to feel like being spontaneous with your partner, Leos. So that sounds like fun. Yeah, you guys are really going to have a lot of fun, it sounds like. But yeah, spontaneity is what you're going to be craving. And also, you guys may feel like if you're single and you don't have a date, you may want to go on a date with somebody that's like from a different background or somebody that's totally different from you, just to feel like you're on an adventure. Even if you're not out of town or foreign, you'd be craving something a little foreign. So for my Leos that are partnered and you're craving something foreign, something strange, I see you. You need to watch yourself. But if you're behaving, it sounds like your guy's gonna have such a bomb time. So the Moon and Jupiter conjunction is happening in your 3rd house, and 3rd house is communication. It's the mind. It's like going here, going there, doing a lot of different things at one time. And so you guys are gonna feel extra chatty, like super chatty and witty and funny. So you guys are gonna be like such a great catch, or whoever is gonna snag a Leo to go on a date with. You're gonna really have such a great time. All the signs will, but I'm just like smiling. I can just feel this energy for you Leos of how you're gonna be feeling. So lucky, lucky Leos. So for Virgo, the Venus and Mars conjunction is happening in your 8th house. Ooh, the 8th house, the 8th house. So the 8th house is it's super intense. It's similar to the energy of Scorpio. And you know what Scorpios have a rep for? I'm talking about the good stuff we have a rep for, okay? Like being very passionate, being very like secretly sensual, being like sneaky ninjas. But anyway, as far as love and romance, wow, you guys may feel like you don't want any type of superficiality tomorrow. You don't want just like a surface level, like, you know, date that you met off of like one of those dating sites or anything. You may actually be craving the real thing, Virgo, and not wanting to waste your time if somebody is not about, you know, not just going out with you for Valentine's Day, but actually taking things maybe a step further, being a little more serious. You guys are not going to feel superficial at all. Like that's just how it is. And Virgo is a sign that's very, very real and down to earth anyway. And usually not very like surface level and just, you know, certain, you know, superficial or anything like that. But you guys are gonna feel like extra like deeply passionate. So you guys may be one of the signs that don't really feel like being out and about, being like a social butterfly. And if you are, you will want your partner's attention only on you. Like, you guys will want them to like stare at you. You may actually like want to stare at them, like really make a lot of good eye contact, stare them in the eyes. If you're single and you're looking, the 8th house energy, it can be a little bit like of a creeper energy, to be quite honest. Like, you are, like I said, a sneaky ninja, like creeping on people's like social media and stuff, spying on them, you know. So if you're a single Virgo and you don't have anyone, you know, you may be looking and stalking ex's pages and stuff. I really hope not, but that's just something, that's just what's coming to mind for me. You know, looking back at exes and being like, oh man, I hope they're miserable right now and not dating anybody else, you know. But if you're not feeling like that, Virgo, it really sounds like you guys are going to be craving just a lot of passion. You're going to be exuding a lot of passionate energy, and you may be attracting a lot of that to you. So the Moon and Jupiter conjunction is happening in your 2nd house, and the 2nd house rules like spending money on material things, the enjoyment of the material world. So, you know, you're going to be feeling very abundant with that. And if you are hanging out with somebody who's worth your time, because the 2nd house and the 8th house, they correspond with one another as far as worth, okay, and value. So you have to be feeling like I said, you have the real thing in front of you. And if you do, if somebody is making you feel like that, you probably want to spend some money on them, Virgo, and not be as frugal as Virgos can usually be. So yeah, it sounds like a really seriously good time for my Virgo people. So Libra, you guys are another sign that's going to feel like super lucky in love. And I know that that is so important to Libras. Libra is a sign of partnership. And so Libras are always looking for that other person to spend time with. So the Venus and Mars conjunction are happening in your opposite sign in your 7th house of relationships. So a lot of my Libras are going to really be on the prowl. Yeah. And you guys are going to be attracting people to you like bees to honey. You guys are going to be wearing, like, it's going to be you're dipped in honey, Libras, like with this passionate Venus and Mars energy. Like, people are going to be looking at you in that way. Like, you know, like you're wearing Venus and Mars energy. So Libras are going to be on the prowl. You guys are really going to feel like spending time with someone. And some of you guys may be so passionate that you're going to be like, whatever it takes for me to have a Valentine's Day date, that's what I'm going to do. But don't come off as desperate, Libras. Don't hang out with just any old Joe Schmo or Jane Doe just to have somebody in your arm, just to say, oh, I have a Valentine, I have a date. And you have your arm around this like wildebeest looking person just to say you have somebody. I have somebody. I have some company. Libras, no, no, no. Don't do that. Don't be desperate. But you guys will, like I said, be exuding a lot of like really good energy, really attractive energy. So don't worry. Don't sweat. If you are single and you go out, even if you go out with friends, single friends, you guys will, you know, really be exuding like some really good energy to attract people. So that Venus and Mars together in the 7th house, oh my gosh, your partner better watch out, because you may be like, shh, you know, a little naughty. As far as the Moon and Jupiter conjunction, that's happening in your sign. So the Moon is emotions, so you will be wearing your emotions on your sleeve, Libra. And then the Moon just magnifies that. Okay, so one thing I would say to watch out for, especially with Venus and Mars being passionate in your 7th house of relationships, and then your emotions are so like, you know, heightened. Also, if you are partnered with somebody, I would say be careful of feeling so emotional and letting your emotions get out of control that you get into like a lovers quarrel or a little spat with your partner because you're just so, you know, passionate and emotional. So be mindful of that. But anybody who's going out with a Libra, you know, you guys are really going to see some really, really passionate energy from them. So whew, sounds like a lucky night for you guys. So Scorpios, I'm a Scorpio rising, so this is me too, right along with you guys. The Venus and Mars conjunction are happening in our 6th house, which is being of service to other people. So being of service to a partner. Some of my Scorpios may actually be eyeing a coworker. I know that's not me. No, 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 no. I don't have any coworkers that have my eyes. No, not at all. But some of you guys may, you know, at work, at some workplaces, they have like raffles for Valentine stuff, or they have like, you can buy a Valentine for $1 and have it delivered to from a secret admirer or whatever. Some of you guys may receive some of those at work from a secret admirer. Some of you guys, yeah, may actually find a coworker attractive and irresistible, or they may find you irresistible, Scorpio, you know, off those coworkers a little bit. But if that doesn't apply to you, it can just really feel like being of service to your partner, wanting to do whatever they want, whatever they want you to do, whatever they need, you feel like you're going to be there for them. What I would say, be mindful of the Venus and Mars conjunction in your 6th house is the 6th house energy with dating is what I call that shallow Hal syndrome. If you've ever seen the movie Shallow Hal with Jack Black, where he's like so picky, and I swear on everything, Shallow Hal is a Virgo. I swear he's a Virgo, because it's like he finds a supermodel, she's looking at him, she's giving him the eye, you know, and then he sees that one toe is bigger than the other, and he's like, nah, no, 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 she's not for me. So yeah, it's that shallow house syndrome, being a little too picky. If you go out on a date and you notice like they have a little scuff on their shoes, you're going to be like, oh no, I can never go out with them again. Oh no, they don't take care of themselves. You know, you're going to be very mindful of the details when it comes to your date, which isn't a bad thing. Just don't let it go too far to where it keeps you from seeing the good in that person, to where, you know, the shallow, like nitpicky details overshadow like the good about them. But the good thing is the Moon and Jupiter conjunction happens in your 12th house, which is actually the opposite of the 6th, where the 6th is like being picky, noticing all the details, putting someone under a microscope. And the 12th house is like looking through a telescope instead and seeing all the wonderful things about this person. Oh, comparing them to the moon and the stars above, and they're so great, and you smooth over all their flaws, and you know, you don't really care, like, oh, your hair is a little messed up, oh, I don't care. Oh, you're wearing 2 different shoes, 2 different socks, oh, that's fine, you're still wonderful to me. So you'll have like this balance of that energy going on, to where you may notice some flaws, but then that Moon and Jupiter conjunction in the 12th will be like, you know what, I can smooth over those flaws a little bit. I can excuse them, you know, getting spaghetti on their shirt or whatever, like, you know, they're still a nice person, okay? So, you know, whatever. So I know that doesn't sound like too romantic for we Scorpios, but also the romantic part of the Moon and Jupiter conjunction in the 12th house, it is escapism, it is fantasy. So, you know, you can really escape into your own little world with somebody, and yeah, do things like go and look at the stars and just pretend like it's only you guys in this world and nobody else. So yeah, that's for my Scorpios. For Sagittarius, Sag, fun. Venus and Mars conjunction in your 5th house. I love the 5th house. The 5th house is the fun house. The 5th house, what I picture, like as a Pisces moon, we think in pictures all the time, and we imagine stuff, and we think in pictures. So when I think of the 5th house, I think of like a fair, not a fair like cheating and creeping. I mean a fair, like a county fair, a state fair, like a Renaissance fair, some sort of fair where you go to and there's rides, like a carnival, okay, like a carnival where you go and you go on rides together with somebody, like you guys play games, you win prizes, there's food, there's like people everywhere, there's colors and lights. That's what the 5th house, that's how I see it in my head. So and it's also being very flirty and very romantic, very affectionate. So Venus and Mars are there for my Sagittarians. So you guys are really going to feel like on fire. This isn't a fellow fire sign energy because it's an Aries. So lots more fiery, romantic energy, lots more energy to be spontaneous, adventurous, fun. I would imagine my Sagittarians, you guys are already pretty fun people. So you guys are really going to be craving such a good time on Valentine's Day and want to do maybe something a little active, you know, something fun. I keep saying the word fun, fun, fun. That's the fun house. So it's very flirty. I mentioned that already. So sorry for repeating myself, but it's just super romantic. I just, whew, my Sagittarians, good energy for you guys. The Moon and Jupiter conjunction are happening in your 11th house. So the 11th house, as I mentioned earlier, for your opposite sign, Gemini, it's like hanging out in groups. And it's also not just hanging out in groups, wanting to do something that's completely like out of the box, completely out of the ordinary. So you guys will want to have a lot of fun and romance and you know, affectionate time with your partner, but you may feel like, you know what, let's not go to the average place today. Let's go to somewhere we've never been before. Let's go somewhere, let's go to like a, what are those called? Like a conservatory, is that it? Like where you look through a telescope at like the stars and all that stuff? Observatory, I don't know, I'm stupid, whatever the word is, for those places where you go, you look through the telescope, you see the stars, maybe like a museum, or maybe like just not the average Valentine's date. Like, you know, everybody goes to restaurants and stuff and they get all crowded. Well, Sag, you guys may feel like not wanting to go where everybody else is going, not following the crowds, but maybe just going somewhere different. And, you know, you guys are adventurous people, so that will definitely work out in your favor. Sorry. So Capricorn, the Venus and Mars conjunction is happening in your 4th house. Now, the 4th house is being kind of in your own world, in your own home. It's all about the home. So you guys may be very passionate about just chilling with somebody at home, cooking for them, or them cooking for you, like a really rich, hearty meal. Just like classic romance. You guys are very classically romantic people anyway, so you may feel a little extra like that today, a little more in your element, putting on some smooth, like classic romantic music, you know what I mean? Like that Frank Sinatra, or like, you know, some of that stuff. Or if you're not into that classic, you know, maybe like just anything that's like a little older and nostalgic, that type of like slow romantic music, you're gonna feel like maybe putting some of that on for a partner, having a classic candlelit dinner, being very traditional with them, just a traditional romantic date you guys will really be feeling on Valentine's Day. And then the Moon and Jupiter conjunction is happening in your 10th house. So Capricorn is the 10th sign on the zodiac wheel. So anything that's 10th house is like Capricorn. So you're going to be really like even more feeling in your element. The 10th house, as I mentioned earlier, is wanting to live the good life, wanting to celebrate by, you know, having good quality material world items, or, you know, if you do actually feel like getting out of the house and breaking out of your shell with a partner, you're not going to want to be doing those like cheap restaurants or anything like that. You're really going to want to go to the top-notch spots and really show your partner like a classic, you know, high quality, really good quality, good time. And especially if you buy a gift for your partner, you're really going to want to spend that money on some really top quality stuff. So that's for my Cappies. For Aquarius, the Venus and Mars conjunction are happening in your 3rd house, which is all about being super mentally active, balancing out many things at one time, doing many things at once. And so this is very flirty. This is like talking to this person, that person, this person, that person. So Aquarius, you guys, I could see some of my Aquarians actually going on a couple dates with a couple different people, trying to squeeze a couple of people into one day, just to have some variety, because the 3rd house is craving variety. Okay, so sorry, so you guys are going to really be craving variety on your dates. So if you're not juggling different people, Aquarius, and if you do, do not get caught up. Oh my gosh, don't be calling like one person your last date's name that you were on or anything like that if you decide to. be polyamorous on Valentine's Day. But if you're in a committed relationship where you're just going out with one person, you're still going to be craving variety in some sort of way. So maybe just hitting up different spots, going to different places with your date, not just one sit down place. I mean, Aquarius, you guys are already very like out of the box and quirky. You don't like doing the average anyway. So you're really going to be feeling like it more like in your element of like trying this and trying that, and this bores me, let's go play a game of basketball, you know, instead of sitting here at this restaurant. Or like, this bores me, let's go, you know, let's go to my house and I'll feed you some grapes. I'm just kidding. You guys will really feel like just trying different things, going to different places with your date. It sounds like you guys would be a really fun date, my Aquarians. And you'll be really good with the conversation. You're going to be really quick-witted. You know, be really quick with the wit and quick with the jokes. And you guys are going to be really on fire in the communication area on Valentine's Day. So as far as the Moon and Jupiter conjunction, this is happening in your 9th house. And this is a complementary energy to Aquarius in a way. It's an airy, no, this is a fire energy, sorry. But it's still complementary to you guys because it's being adventurous. And Aquarians don't, like I said, don't like being average and boring and doing what everybody else is doing. You'll want to really get out. Like, you guys may actually feel like getting out of town with your partner, or going on some spontaneous trip, or just going to spontaneous different places, like being adventurous, super adventurous in love. So fun times for my Aquarius people. So last but not least is Pisces. And I'm a Pisces moon, so I'll be feeling this with you guys. So the Venus and Mars conjunction are in our 2nd house. Let me tell you, this is the house of spending money. So we maybe feel like burning through that money, swiping those cards, swiping those credit cards on our partners, or maybe even on ourselves, just to make sure that we look nice, you know, that we look good and we feel good and we smell good. We may want to stay out of the stores if we're a Pisces on a budget, but definitely just wanting to experience the physical world. You know, you'll want like the best food and the best perfume or cologne, or just the best material items. You'll be really feeling like spending money on those things. Like I said, whether if it's on you or a partner. Also, this is the house of self-worth. So your self-worth will be on fire, Pisces. Normally Pisces, the energy of Pisces itself can be a little bit more like a meek mouse. Like, it just be a little like, oh, you know, I'm over here, nobody really sees me, you know, kind of hidden away. But and you may like give your self-worth away to other people a little too easily. But that won't be the case for you guys on Valentine's Day with Venus and Mars in your 2nd house. Your self-worth is going to be way up here. It's going to be a lot more like through the roof. So if anyone tries to make you feel in any type of way where you're like down here, you're going to be like, no, boo, I'm sorry. Like, I am way up here. I am worthy of this. I'm worthy of that. Some of my Pisces may be a little bit more demanding on the dates to have your partner spend a little more money on you. What else? Venus and Mars in the 2nd. Yeah, I already covered that. So the Moon and Jupiter conjunction is happening in our 8th house. The deep, serious, passionate 8th house. So Pisces, just like our opposite sign Virgo, we're not going to really feel like wasting our time on anybody, like just going on a date with just anyone. Just to have a date on Valentine's Day. We're really going to feel like this person has to be worth it. They are investing in me, and I am going to be investing in them. Because the 2nd and the 8th houses are, usually in astrology, we count them as the money houses, but it's investing, okay? It's not just investing money, it's investing time, your heart, your soul, your spirit, like your physical body, everything. It's investing. So you're really going to feel like this person has to really show me that they want to be with me long term. A lot of Pisces may feel like that, rather than just flirty and, you know, swimming away really quick. Hello, be gone with you. I'm done with you after Valentine's Day. No, I don't think Pisces will be feeling like that. But yeah, you guys are really going to be feeling like, you know, investment is the key thing for you guys. So no superficiality. Okay. No, like, you guys are not really going to feel like the small talk is going to cut it for you. So if you are on a date and they're having that small talk, You know, like, so did you catch this, you know, on the news? Or, you know, hey, look at this sports game. You're not going to really feel like that. You're going to be like, ho hum, this is boring. Let's talk about aliens. Let's talk about astrology. You know, let's talk about something out of this world. Let's talk about music. I mean, you know, something. You're not going to want to be superficial on that day. So it's got to be worth it, you know, for Pisces. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys really all have a great Valentine's Day if you do celebrate. If you don't have somebody, once again, just treat yourself, okay? Treat yourself, or just block it all out. You know, don't feel bad, don't feel sad. It's just one day. And then as far as astrology, astrologically, everybody has their different times of the year to where they may be a little bit more luckier in love than the other signs, you know, or you may be having some transits that make you more feeling more attractive, feeling more open and out there towards like dating and meeting people. So this is just one day. And if it's one thing that astrology can teach us all, is this too shall pass. One day doesn't mean forever. You know what I mean? So let me really quickly see if I can get into, excuse me, the chat and see if I can maybe answer some questions. So forgive me, guys. Just give me one sec here so I can see. Let me see if I can get into this chat very quickly here and see what's going on. Let me see. I don't know if this link is letting me look at the chat. So just one sec. Let me check something else very quickly here. Google Hangout, okay. Hang on just one sec. I am still on, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see the chat, guys. This is my first live broadcast, so for whoever's tuning in, thank you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Oh wait, hold on, I see it. I see you guys. Chat. Okay. Hopefully there's not gonna be, or what's it called? An echo. Does anybody have any like questions or anything? Okay. What does Mars and Venus in the 12th house in natal chart mean? Oh, mute. Hold on. Sorry, guys, I'm just barely getting used to this stuff. Okay, I don't know how to get rid of the echo without wasting a whole bunch of time. Hold on. Mute the chat. Yeah. You know what? I think it'll probably have to wait until next time for me to answer some chat questions. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to like do this very quickly and not waste a whole bunch of time and have a bunch of dead air. But next time I'm on, you know, just join in with me on a live broadcast, and I will figure out this chat thing. And we will chat next time, guys. You guys can ask me questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. So have a great Valentine's Day, and I'll see you guys next time I'm on. Stay tuned, stay posted, and I look forward to speaking with any of you guys. If you do order a relationship reading from me, go to my page on astrologer.com and find me there. All right, peace.